Well, it's been a while. And yes, I know there's gonna be comments about this. I did grow a beard. So I think this is my 7th time trying to film this video because welcome to me. But I do want to address where I've been over the past year and a half. It's been almost a year and a half since I've uploaded my last video, which I believe was me reacting to Windows 7 in 2020. Which I won't even consider a real video. It's just like a reaction video. But I feel like I left my audience in a very gloomy place, in a very foggy area where I haven't really addressed anything. And I feel like this is like the longest break I've taken on YouTube in a very long time. So I feel like it's only appropriate to address it in a video. I don't want to do the community posting. If you don't know, I've taken multiple breaks over the past few years, and I make a community post saying I'm back and I'm at it again. I make a few videos again and I go silent. So I feel like there's a level of accountability I need to hold myself at and just say, hey, I really need to address this properly this time. We got to get moving somewhere, right? So what's been happening the past year and a half? Obviously, well, maybe not obviously, but I'm in a new place right now. Things have definitely changed. I have been going through a few obstacles over the past year and a half, and I won't say it's the entire reason that I have left YouTube, but it has gotten in the way of video production, if that makes sense. And I can't really go into details, but I'll just keep it at that in terms of where I've been the past year and a half. And before we get into the future of the channel, I just want to say thank you to everyone. This channel has changed the trajectory of my life in ways that I could not have imagined before. Seriously, and I mean that. And I just want to say thank you to the audience. Again, I can't go into too many details, but I want to say thank you to the audience for being here, for being part of this community, for watching the videos that I've been making. It's been a blast. I loved making the videos, and I hope you guys are still here to be here. Now, with that being said, let's now talk about the priorities of the channel. As you all know, or maybe you don't know, but I've been running this channel 100% on my own. I've been recording the videos, I've been writing the scripts if necessary, I've been doing the video editing by myself, which you can, maybe you guys can imagine for the Windows comparison videos, those can take quite a bit of time. I've been doing the titles and the thumbnails, the tags, everything. Everything has been 100% on my own. And I feel like, as I've reflected over the past year and a half, I kind of started realizing why I've been taking some of these breaks. Obviously, I 100%, I love these videos. I really do. I love talking about tech. I love doing these comparisons. I love, talking, engaging with this community. I really do. I love every minute of it. But at the same time, acknowledging that I'm like a one-man team doing everything, like the balance between quality and quantity has been very severely imbalanced. And we can clearly see the results of that, where I start burning out because of the production of the videos. And I just take long breaks without really addressing anything. And it takes a while. By the way, I didn't mention community posts because I also have to do that. If you haven't noticed my newer videos have been very, very like transitions, quick paced videos and, animations and everything. It's been, it's been a lot of video editing, a lot of effort. And I feel like I just need to tone it down just a little bit as a one-man team doing all this. And I think the result, everyone, the community that's been watching my videos, the result is going to be good. I truly believe that if I commit to that goal, I think things will be changed. What's the consistency of the channel going to look like? I would say it's not going to be consistent like once a week, once every 2 weeks, but the goal is the frequency of the uploads will increase. That's the goal. And who knows, maybe the schedule will become consistent over time. But as of right now, I want to just try and upload videos at the pace I can, and then we'll see what happens with consistency. So hopefully you guys are going to be happy with that, and we'll see what the channel is going to look like in the future. But what does this mean? This doesn't mean I'm not making comparison videos. I really still want to make that Windows XP, Vista 7, 8.1, 10, and 11 comparison video, but it's just going to take a little bit more time. But while you're waiting, we'll see what happens. I'll have other videos in the production. I'll have other videos to entertain you all with. We'll see what happens with it. But the content of the videos is going to stay the same. It's still going to be primarily a Windows focus, sometimes other tech videos, like the Pair OS video, like I just put that in randomly. It's still going to be the same. It's still going to be the same content. It's just going to be small changes that I hopefully will be for the better good. Now, what are the next steps of the channel, like in the short term, let's say. I want to take things a little bit slow at the beginning because, you know, it's been quite a long time since I've done anything. So this video will be uploaded. The plan is gonna be, we're gonna try and continue that reaction video from a year and a half ago. And we're going to try and react to why I still use Windows 8.1 in 2020. We'll react to that one as a little like a stepping stone for everything. And then, you know, I have a bunch of videos planned out. We'll see how far we get with like the comparison videos. Because again, I'm not in the same environment. It's going to be a little bit tougher for me to do those kinds of things. Now, I did say on my community posts just recently, I'm going to do a little bit of a Q&A. So let's do that. Hey dude, I feel absolutely glad to know that you've been doing good. Your content has been helpful to me in various ways and has helped me gain a lot of knowledge on Windows. Thanks for all the efforts you've taken for us viewers to deliver us exceptional content. Excited for your comeback. Really appreciate the comment. Thank you very much. Here's the question I want to ask. How did the channel's name come to be TrigrZolt? You know, I don't want to answer this one. I'll leave this one on hold. Maybe someday, but I don't know. I just don't I don't want to talk about this one. I was actually, there's a few times where I was like, you know, maybe I'll change the name because this name makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Like I was thinking about calling it to like Zolt, just Zolt by itself. I had a few other names, but then at some point I was like, you know what, I've already established a brand through this name, so why change it? So it's gonna stick with me forever. Well, maybe it's probably gonna stick with me forever, but who knows what might happen in the future. But yeah, I'll give that. That's a good comment to leave for that question. And besides creating content on YouTube, what do you do IRL? Honestly, it's mostly the same stuff, really. If I'm not exploring tech on YouTube, I'm usually just doing it off camera, like keeping myself up to date in the latest and whatnot. If not that, I'm usually just hanging out with family, doing career, school stuff. I'm a very casual person, very reserved. I don't do anything else really extravagant. Tech has honestly been a very interesting journey for me. So yeah, that's just a little bit about me. A lot of family stuff though. I definitely spend quite some time with family. So thank you for the question. Let's go, you're alive. Yes, indeed I am. Anyways, what is your oldest computer you have right now? Well, I totally did not try and refilm this question. So this is the oldest laptop I have right now. This is the Lenovo ThinkPad X220. I've used this for so much. This is probably the reason why I'm here right now. It's the laptop that I do a lot of my comparisons for, the videos, the XP versus Vista versus 7 versus 8.1 versus 10 speed test was actually done on this laptop. And actually, if you don't remember, I don't know if you know, but the battery actually died while I was trying to create the updated version with Windows 11. But now it's replaced, so who knows? We'll see how far we get with this one. But yeah, this is the oldest one I have in hand right now. Now, I also have two Apple devices, or technically 3, but like, you know, I guess, you know what? Why not? I'll show all of them. So this one is my iPod Touch 5th generation I bought recently. The iPod Touch 5th generation was actually the first, Apple device I ever got, actually. Well, the one that belongs to me. And, this is pretty cool. I downgraded it to iOS 6. What were you expecting? Then this is the iPhone 4, an iPhone 4 I got. This is one of those devices. I have an Apple collection, by the way, of just really old devices. And this is one of the devices that I didn't have, or a non-functional version, like a functional version I didn't have. So I was like, yeah, I'll just get this and complete the collection. And it's downgraded to iOS 4. Again, what were you expecting? And then I have an iPad 4th generation, iPad 4. I got this because I just didn't have an iPad, and I was like, I'll just get one. I think I got this for a really good price as well, so I was like, yeah, definitely, I should totally get this. And yeah, it's I downgraded to iOS 6 as well. Oh, I didn't downgrade by the 5th generation and the iPad 4. I didn't downgrade it. I dual booted iOS 6 and iOS 9 on this and iOS 10 on this. And I dual booted it, but it just automatically boots to iOS 6, so it feels like it's a downgrade. So happy you're finally back. Thank you. I look forward to it. As for the question, who inspired you to start this YouTube channel? Now, starting the YouTube channel, I started in 2015, so that's like almost 9 years ago. But we don't talk about the beginning, like very, very beginnings of the channel, because we just don't talk about that. But in terms of who inspired me to start like the tech side and doing technology stuff, there was two individuals in particular. One was Sam from Red Eye Computing. I saw one of his videos on like installing a bunch of viruses on a Windows XP machine, a Windows XP virtual machine, and I was just looking at it. I was just looking at the video. I was like, how is this guy so comfortable with the idea of just installing a bunch of viruses on a computer and like not being concerned about anything? And then I looked into it a little bit, and apparently he was using a virtual machine, and then that like my research grew into other things, and that's how I ended up starting to explore Windows in more detail and operating systems and all of that. So the second person was Everything Apple Pro. He did a more focus on like obviously Apple stuff. But like just the idea of making tech videos, doing interesting comparisons, reviewing software updates, and talking about hardware and stuff. It was pretty interesting, or Apple hardware, that is. It was just very interesting. I was like very, I felt like doing it, because when you watch those videos, you're like, man, I feel like I want to do, or at least for me, I felt like I wanted to do my own version of that. And here we are now with my YouTube channel. So thank you for the question. Are you planning to make this channel very popular, or do you just want to keep it small? It's nice to have you back, by the way. Thank you. It's nice to see everyone too. The goal in YouTube is, for most people, it's obviously to just grow in subscribers and views and, try and reach a larger audience. But I would be completely okay with the audience size I have right now. In fact, there's some benefits to keeping a smaller audience. You would know the community a little bit better. You'd recognize, some of the comments. And I would be completely okay if I stuck, I don't even know how many subscribers, like 60K right now. I'd be completely okay if I had 60K subscribers for the next few years, because I'm mostly interested in the content I'm making. Now, if my channel grows and becomes more popular, that's a good thing as well. I'm all for it. But, like the priorities for the channel is definitely just to make the content and just make the best content I can, obviously without burning myself out. But yeah, I enjoy it. I'm completely okay with keeping it small, but I'm totally open to the idea of just growing it and making it as large as possible. So thank you for the question. Hey, finally you're back. It's nice to see everyone too. Question for you, are you gonna make a video on Pear OS and Windows 11 LTSC? And what do you think about Windows Phone? Is it still usable in these days? Are you going to install Windows 11 Lineage OS or something? Okay, I'll try and address some of these questions. Now, Pear OS I already made a video on. There's been a few updates, I believe. Like they made like a modern version for like the modern versions of macOS, like beyond Catalina. So maybe I'll look back into it, but I have some other ideas in mind, but I might look into it. Who knows? Windows 11 LTSC. This is honestly my first time hearing of Windows 11 LTSC. I know they came out with Windows Server 2025, I think, and that's a Windows 11 based version of Windows Server. And I was really looking into that. But if there's a Windows 11 LTSC, I mean, sure, I can definitely look into it. Now I might make a video on it. Who knows if it's interesting enough? But yeah, that's the first time I'm hearing of that. So thank you for that. What do you think about Windows Phone? My favorite platform of all time, a mobile platform. I wish it was still alive today. I told myself in my videos that Windows Phone 8.1 Lumia 930. My favorite phone of all time. I don't think it's usable today. It really isn't, unless you're doing very, 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 very limited tasks. Even the store is dead. Like the store itself is not functional. A lot of apps are losing support. You can't really do much with it anymore. So yeah, if you want to use it for like basic stuff, yeah, you can use any phone for basic stuff. Well, not all phones. If it has 3G or 2G, you might be in a certain predicament. I think you'll be very limited with your options in Windows Phone. Are you going to install Windows 11 Lineage OS or something? Yeah, I've installed Windows 11 before. I've checked it out. That's how I made my videos. Now, Lineage OS I actually haven't heard of before. I believe, I'm guessing that's a Linux distribution, which I don't know. I'm not too familiar with it. So, yeah, sorry about that, but thanks for the question. I'm so happy to see you back. Thank you. And I do have one question for you. All right, go for it. Do you still think Windows 7 is a viable alternative to Windows 10 or 11? And have you withdrawn and finally installed Windows 10 or 11? I've gotten so many comments about this in this community post itself, by the way, as well. So I really wanted to make a separate video about this. I'll give a little bit of a preview of what I've done so far. So I actually installed Windows 11 like right when it came out. I'm not even joking. Like I actually installed it and started using it personally right when it came out. Like I know it's a very unpopular opinion, but this is like my favorite version of Windows, honestly. It combines like the best of almost every single version of Windows prior, yeah, sure, it has its quirks. It's not the most perfect thing. It removes some features. But honestly, I'm completely okay. I'm a very simplistic person. Despite being the tech guy that, expects to be overcomplicated about everything, I'm a very simplistic person. And I'm very happy with how Windows 11 has evolved. Not even initially, I was okay with it. Of course, there's some people that have issues like the TPM chip, the secure boot, the processors not being supported. Obviously, those are definitely big issues. But I've been mostly okay with it. These issues haven't impacted me that much. I actually uninstalled Windows 7. Like literally when Windows 11 came out, and once I was able to upgrade, I just upgraded it. I think I upgraded once the full version came out, and then I was using the developer previews on my laptop. So yeah, totally. I have opinions. I'll go into more detail in a later video. Hopefully, we'll see what happens with that. But thank you for the question, and thank you for everyone else who asked that question as well. Glad to hear you're still here. As for the question, how old were you when you started YouTube? I've been here since mid-2020, but I know you started sometime in 2016. I actually started in 2015. Very young, very young. I don't even know if I want to give an age, but 2015, I was quite young. And I made videos that I don't want to speak of. It's been 9 years. Like, it's been a long time since I've been, and it really has. The platform has changed a lot, I'll say that. But yeah, it's been since 2015, it's been 9 years now. But yeah, thank you for the question. Are you going to make a video on Windows 12 when that comes out? Oh, definitely. If I'm still there, if I'm still around and Windows 12 comes out and, I have the time and I can put that effort into it, definitely. I would try and make a video on Windows 12. Now, I did hear that Windows 12 won't come out this year. I know the initial plan was they were going to do like a new Windows release every 3 years, and that would be this year would be the third year, but it ended up changing because I think some executive management or whatnot. But Windows 12, while it was gonna happen this year, it ended up being postponed, and now they're actually just gonna release Windows 11 24H2. Yo, he is back. Yes, I am. So do you still use Windows 7? I already answered that. And with that new PC you builded, any videos? Also, have you made any videos, I'm guessing? And what OS is the new PC running, and old PC? Do you still use the old PC? Okay, so I made a few videos with the new PC. I haven't made much. I think I made like 3. The plan might change. Who knows? I still have the computer. It's running Windows 11. I can say that. And what OS is your old PC running? I gave the old PC to someone. And I think it's running Windows 11 as well. Or Windows 10. No, Windows 11 as well. Talk to us more about Windows 10 1507. It's my favorite OS. You know what? Honestly, I think if there's no better time to talk about the oldest build of Windows 10 than now, since it's just on its extended support phase. So I might definitely do that. I don't have specific ideas right now, but hopefully I think of something. So no plans, no promises, but that's an interesting idea. So thank you. I forgot I was subscribed, lol. Not surprised, don't worry. Has the 23H2 update improved your perception of Windows 11? Yeah, honestly, I was completely okay. I wasn't completely okay with Windows 11 at the beginning, but it served its purposes for me. And I'm very happy with the updates that Windows 11 has been having so far, like adding more taskbar features and adding a few pretty useful features to Windows 11 in general. So I was pretty happy with the 23H2 update. Now, did I use all the features from 23H2? Not really, but it was, very good update. Definitely fixed a bunch of issues that other people were having. So yeah, it definitely improved my perception, just made it even better. So thank you for the question. Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. I don't know how long this video is going to be. It's probably going to be like 20-30 minutes or something like that. I don't quite know. If I'll upload it anyways, who cares? I truly do appreciate everyone that's been here, that's been watching my videos, that's been subscribed, commenting, everything like that. You guys have definitely changed my life in ways that I have not expected. Again, as I said before, so let's hope that we can make some changes to this channel. I hope I can bring out some good content. So yeah, I'll see you all later.